99% of everything on this channel, most of the time is Luo, 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 Luo. That's why we are always shouting, Luo ye, haba, Luo ye, haba, Luo ye, haba. Hi. Hello there, my people. Hello to everyone that's gonna watch this video. Uriyo nadi? Iriyo ni ber? Dirijot? Komuyot? And I remember my brothers and sisters. I hope you're all keeping well wherever you're watching this video from. Now, as you can see from the title, from the description, I decided to challenge myself today, and that is to do a comparison between 5 different Luo dialects. I know. I decided to challenge myself to do this because, I mean, why not? Why not if not, right? And the languages that there are 2 words, okay? There are 2 words in Luo that we are going to be looking at today. And they are the word for whole and ashes, or ash. Whole and ashes. These words are quite similar in how they sound in Luo dialect, which sort of requires you to know what you're talking about to be able to get it right. Now, the 5 different Luo dialects that I'm going to be looking at are Acholi, number 1. So we all know now that Acholi is found in South Sudan and in the northern part of Uganda. Okay, that's Acholi number 1. Number 2, the Luo dialect that I'm going to be comparing with is Duluo. So Duluo is found in Tanzania and Kenya. Okay, so the Luo of Kenya and the Luo of Tanzania, they speak Duluo. So that's the second Luo dialect that we are going to be comparing with. And the third Luo dialect that we are going to be looking at is the Luo of Barakazal. Now, I know in the past, people tend to call them Jurchol, but that's not the proper way. That's not their original name. So I like to separate them from other Luo, maybe in South Sudan. I like to call them as the Luo of Barakazal. So the Luo of Barakazal is the third Luo dialect that I'm going to be comparing with. Now, the fourth Luo dialect that I'm going to be comparing these 2 words with is the Anywa. So we know the Anywa, and commonly known as the Anuak, they are found in Ethiopia. They are also the Luo of Ethiopia and the Luo of South Sudan. So that's Anywa. The Anywa is the 4th language that I'm going to be comparing with. And the 5th language, the 5th Luo dialect that I'm going to be comparing this with, believe it or not, is Peri, the Peri. So we know Peri are found in the eastern part of South Sudan, eastern Equatoria. So they are neighbors with the Acholi of South Sudan. Now, let's go over it one more time. So Acholi, they're found in northern Uganda and South Sudan. And the Luo, that is in Tanzanian and Kenyan Luo. Luo of Barakazal, I mean, it speaks for itself. It's found in Barakazal in South Sudan. Anywa, found in Ethiopia and South Sudan. The Peri, found in South Sudan in a place called Eastern Equatoria. They are neighbors with the Acholi of South Sudan. So in total, these are the 5 Luo dialects that I'm going to be comparing with. Now, I want to just a disclaimer. I want you all to focus mainly on the spelling and perhaps not the pronunciation, because I might not be getting it right as it should be. And for that, if you're listening to this video, please don't take offense. It's not intentional. I am an Acholi woman, so my accent might be different from how you would pronounce some of these 2 words. Now, so just bear with me, and my main focus is basically on the spelling. In terms of pronunciation, if I get any of it wrong, I do apologize, and I do apologize. Now, the first word that we're going to be looking at is the word for ash, or ashes, ash, okay? Now, ash in Acholi, it's called buru. Buru. That is spelled as B-U-R-U. Buru, ash. Buru, ash. Now, if you look at how the Kenya and the Tanzanian Luo spell it as well, it's the same as the Acholi. It's Buru as well in Kenya and Tanzania. So it's Buru. Now, as you can see, both Acholi and in the Luo, they have the same word and the same spelling for the ash, for ash. Okay, so they're all spelled as B-U-R-U. Buru, buru. Now let's look at the Luo of Barakazal, shall we? The Luo of Barakazal, spell it as B-U-R. Bur. That's just how I pronounce it, bur, because there's no ru, buru, there's none of that. And I think most of the Luo different groups, when a word ends with an R, they don't omit it. Now I actually tend to omit any word that ends with an R. Like my bear, instead of saying my bear, I actually would say my bear. So it's more like American. It's how the Americans speak English. They tend to omit the R at the end of the word. Okay, now so Luo of Barakazal, it's bur, so that's spelled as B-U-R. That's the word for ash. B-U-R. That's the Luo of Barakazal. Now let's look at Danua. In Danua, the word for ash is bur as well, which is B-U-R, which is similar to the Luo of Barakazal. So in Danua, which is the Luo spoken in Ethiopia and in South Sudan, the word for ash is bur, spelled as B-U-R. Please focus on the spelling and not so much of my pronunciation, right? Now, in Peri, or in Peri language, this is a Luo found in South Sudan. The word for ash is bur as well. Bur as well. Now, let's look at 5 of these words together. Okay, let's look at this word together. Acholi and the Luo. Same spelling, same pronunciation for the word ash or ashes. It's spelled as B-U-R-U. Buru. B-U-R-U. Buru. That's Acholi of South Sudan and Uganda, and then the Luo of Kenya and Tanzania. It's just the same spelling. Now, let's look at how the Luo of Barakazal spell it. So the Luo of Barakazal, they spell it as B-U-R, which is similar to Danua, B-U-R, which is similar to Peri, which is B-U-R as well. So you see that? So Luo of Barakazal, Anua, and Peri, they spell ash the same way, which is B-U-R, bur, bur, bur. Actually, and the Luo, it's buru, B-U-R-U, buru, buru. Now, that's the words for ash is done. So in Acholi and the Luo, B-U-R. In Luo of Barakazal, in Danua, in the Peri, it is B-U-R, 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 bur. Okay? Now that's done, right? The second word that we are going to be looking at is the word for hole. Hole. A hole, right? Now, in Acholi, the word for hole is boo. Boo. Now again, it's spelled as B-U-R. Okay? It's spelled as B-U-R. But the R most actually tend to omit the R at the end of a word. So instead of saying bur, I actually would say boo. Boo. They omit the R. Boo. Boo. That's how you spell hole in actually boo. Now, let's look at the Luo. In the Luo, it's spelled as the same as actually as well. So within using these 2 words, you can see the Luo and actually they are quite similar. So in the Luo, it's boo as well, spelled as B-U-R. Now, because Tanzanian Luo and the Kenyan Luo, they don't omit the R. Again, I do believe that they are pronouncing it as bur. Bur, which is B-U-R, bur, because they don't omit the R. Now, in actually, we have R in it. It's spelled as B-U-R as well, but we omit the R. So instead of saying bur, we say boo, 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 which means hole. Now, let's look at the Luo of Barakazal. For the Luo of Barakazal, the word for hole is spelled as B-U-U-R. B-U-U-R. Now, I don't know if I should attempt to pronounce it in case I get it wrong, but like I said earlier, I do apologize for the accent. It's not intentional, okay? It's not intentional. So it's bur. It's almost like bur because there's 2 U, right? But the main point that I want you guys to focus on is the spelling itself. So it's it's B-U-U-R. B-U-U-R. R. That is the word for whole with the Luo of Barkazal. Okay, according to the Luo dialects of the Luo of Barkazal, the word for whole is spelled as B-U-U-R. Bur. Bur. Okay, now let's look at Anywa. Let's look at the Anywa. The Anywa, it's also spelled, it's the same as the Luo of Barkazal. It's spelled as B-U-U-R. Bur. B-U-U-R. Bur, which means whole in the Anywa, which is the Luo of Ethiopia and the Luo of South Sudan. Right? Now then let's look at Peri as well. In Peri, it's spelled similar to the Anywa and the Luo of Barkazal as well. It's spelled as B-U-U-R, Bur, which means whole as well. Now, overall, by looking at these two words, which is ashes and whole, right? Actually, of South Sudan and Uganda, they are very similar to the Luo, which is the Luo of Kenya and the Luo of Tanzania. Because how their spelling and possibly their pronunciation, it's the same for these two words. So ash actually in the Luo is buru, buru, and it's spelled as B-U-R-U, B-U-R-U for both the Luo and actually. Now, when it comes for the word for the Luo of Barkazal, okay, Luo of Barkazal, Anywa, and Peri, they spell it the same way, which is B-U-R. There's no ru at the end, like in actually and Luo and the Luo. There's no ru. It's just bur, bur. Stop there. Bur, like bur. Okay, they just spell it as B-U-R. Again, Luo of Barkazal, Anywa, and Peri, they have the same spelling for the word for ash. Now, when you look at whole, again, in Acholi and the Luo, it's the same. It's the same spelling. However, it's the same spelling, which is B-U-R, boo. In Acholi would be boo, and in the Luo is possibly bur, because they tend to pronounce the R as I mentioned earlier. So it's bur. But when you look at the Luo of Barkazal, Anywa, and the Peri, it's B-U-U-R, B-U-U-R. Now, when you take all of this into consideration, ladies and gentlemen, it's fair to say that Luo of Barkazal, Anywa, and Peri are very similar when it comes to these two words. Now, these are the comparison that I wanted to go through with you guys today. Now, for those that maybe I did not have the Luo dialect here on screen, please don't take it as an offense. It was actually a big challenge for me as well to do 5 different dialects and to compare all of them together. So if for whatever reason you don't see your Luo dialect compared here, please don't take it as an offense. And as always, please do write your Luo dialect in the comment section, and I would be able then to interact with you that way. So just like you're watching this video and I'm teaching you this, you need to also teach me in your different Luo dialects. And I know we have a lot of them. We have over 15 different Luo dialects, okay? And I've only done 5. So at least I'm looking for 10 more, okay? I'm looking for 10 more Luo dialect. Write it in the comment section in your Luo dialect. What's the word for ashes and what's the word for whole? And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this video. If you love this video, share it, like it, and comment so that I know that you've watched this video. I appreciate all of you for watching this video as always, and thank you for being part of the Irene Aya TV, where we promote Luo culture, we promote Luo music, we promote Luo language. Most of it, let me just say maybe 99% of everything on this channel, most of the time is Luo, 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 Luo. That's why we are always shouting Luo ye, haba, Luo ye, haba, Luo ye, Luo ye. Haba. Thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, jokma malo obet kiwun erokamano una poch touch poch kori cry apoya matek. Thank you. Bye bye.